Imagine waking up tomorrow and hearing that 5 planes are leaving Britain every single day packed with migrants being deported. That is exactly what Nigel Farage, the leader of Reform UK, has promised in his bold and controversial new immigration plan. Farage says the current asylum system is broken. He argues that housing thousands of people in hotels across the country costs billions every year and fuels public anger. His answer: detention centers on military bases, basic prefab accommodation, and even the possibility of sending asylum seekers to far-flung British territories like Ascension Island in the South Atlantic. But here's where things get even more dramatic. Farage wants to take Britain out of the European Convention on Human Rights and walk away from key international agreements, such as the UN Convention Against Torture. He calls his plan Operation Restoring Justice, a policy designed to stop the small boat crossings once and for all. Now think about this. Under his plan, migrants arriving by small boat would be automatically blocked from claiming asylum. They would be detained, immediately held in centers capable of housing up to 24,000 people within just 18 months at a staggering construction cost of £2.5 billion. And while they wait for deportation, there would be no chance of bail, no way out. Halfway through this story, I want to ask you directly, do you think these extreme measures are necessary to protect Britain's borders, or do they go too far? Type your thoughts below because I want to know exactly what side you're on. Farage insists this is the only way forward. He says Britain spends £7 billion a year on asylum hotels and related costs. His plan would cost $10 billion over 5 years, but he argues it would save money in the long run. And then there's one of the most striking parts of his proposal, a self-deportation app. Migrants could literally choose to deport themselves through an app and receive $2,500 plus a free flight to leave the country. Critics are already pointing out the dangers of sending people back to countries like Afghanistan and Eritrea, where they might face torture or death. Farage's response: Britain cannot be responsible for what happens everywhere else in the world. Our first duty is to the safety and security of our own people. That's his line. But what do you think? Should the UK prioritize its national security above international obligations? Or is that a dangerous road to go down? He's also looking at Rwanda and Albania as potential partners for housing asylum seekers offshore, and he suggested Ascension Island as a last resort fallback. Now remember, Ascension Island was considered under Boris Johnson, but dropped after a government study declared it unworkable due to lack of infrastructure, water, and power. Yet Farage says it should still be on the table. By the end of his plan, the Home Secretary would have a legal duty to remove people from the country. Anyone trying to return or destroying their ID documents would face criminal charges. And in Farage's words, the crisis is not only a threat to national security, it's pushing Britain dangerously close to civil disorder. So let me leave you with this question. As Britain faces record numbers of small boat arrivals, over 5,000 an hour, since Labour came to power last year, is Nigel Farage offering a genuine solution? Or is this just political theater to win votes? Tell me what you think in the comments right now, and don't forget to subscribe to England Now 7 for more stories that shape Britain's future. Sources: The Times, BBC News, The Telegraph.